Hey everybody, how you doing? Welcome to some Qiyana Season 15 jungle gameplay. We're sitting in Diamond ELO at the moment, but nevertheless, I've been finding a lot better success rate and win rate on Qiyana in the jungle this season. So I wanted to share just some tips, tricks, and the route for this game. We're starting at Raptors, and usually it's always better to start Q and cycle through your camps as quickly as possible. So we're heading down from Raptors into Golems. Auto Q, push Q resets the Golem auto almost every time, whether you're doing that on the Golems or any of the jungle camps. And try to only hit your rock Q on the big Golem there, because the AoE from the pet will end up taking down a smaller Golem. Saving Smite for your red buff. And with Qiyana, it's very easy to pull camps as much as possible to dodge any auto attacks. That's how you stay as healthy as possible during your first clear. Saving your just non-element Q here. It's better to lose a little time on movement, having your element Q. And you have a Jax champion running down from the top lane. It's just so weird because his blade blade's it's not even pushed in. So we die here, which is unfortunate, of course. And flash and everything, but it's okay. Disaster in the bot lane as well. So we've got our work cut out for us for sure this game. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up clearing the rest of my first clear. Lots of pings. No sums in the bot lane. Pick up this topside scuttle. Udyr also using all summoners bots, so I do see him. Keeping track of what summoners are on cooldown. Trying to get a little deep ward here, knowing that Udyr did clear his topside already. His braids, his raptors should be up for a moment. Nothing Bard can do there with a point and click TF and Ice Cube. You know, Udyr does not have flash here, so I can just easily jump over. I will take that raptor away. Move to re-clear my small camps. Right, even though I died before finishing my first clear, we still have made up a lot of time from Udyr ganking down bot, so he wasn't on his reset camps immediately. Right now what we want to do, we have Grudge coming up here in about 30 seconds. because bot is losing so hard, I have a feeling that Udyr is going to be pressuring down instead. Especially, he's got to be clearing his bot side camps here, right? He started red and went down, so his golems, and since I took his raptors, will be dead. So he's either bot side on Grom or looking towards dragon. And the smartest thing to do is not contest that. Don't contest when your bot side and your bot lane is already so far behind. Because I'm already a little bit behind from dying early, and so the assumption was correct. Udyr finishes up drag. I get to clear up my top side. And even if that means I have to give my golems bot, it's better because I match objectives. I take grubs as soon as they're up, even if maybe I should have gone back to buy beforehand. But this is easier and works, so get to go back. Maybe should have bought sweeper here and bot lane stove. And there's just nothing we could do here, you know? Their pressure is in the winning lane, and while it could have been here maybe 5 seconds earlier and help save them from the dive, it's just the reality of the game right now. And we'll be down here to save any of my other camps being taken. Seeing Udyr take his bot side scuttle. His blue is coming up now. He'll be up there taking that. Aatrox gets a kill top. We'll just cycle through our camps here. But we have a fight mid. Drop what you're doing if there's a... Definitely should have messed up my flash R there. Meant to get both of them in it, but we'll take a double kill. You see that I stopped doing my raptor there. This season 15 seems to be so snowbally that it is far better to be present and ready for the fight instead of finishing one camp, if at all possible. So because we knew Udyr had started his red, take a free kill top lane too. Seeing that Bard is MIA, we knew that his red was going to be up because he had started his top side. So got to take a free red buff, and he's pissed about it. And he'll stay pissed. Pinging TF off of top side, trying to tell Aatrox to go back. He's probably sitting on a lot of gold, and we need to push on mid. But seeing that they overstayed top, I gotta run up there. Jax flashes. Great stun by the TF. Maybe I can clean up here. I'm also sitting on almost 2.5k gold. And grubbies are up in 5 seconds. So because Jax is dead, we know he doesn't have flash, and be patient here. Just R, get a root. We know Udyr doesn't have flash. So this is the only way to play the game at this point. We know bot side is losing so hard that all we can do is just pressure what we can on the map, which is a winning top. And I'm sitting on way too much gold and should back as soon as I can, but the efficiency of getting grubs as soon as they spawn, make sure that we're progressing the game as quickly as we can and snowballing it with what we have. I never recommend being on the map with this much gold in your pocket, but when you make little mistakes like this, sometimes you're just on the map longer than you should be. And even with Jack still being as behind as he is, the Flash Ignite compared to Aatrox's Flash TP is always sometimes hard to deal with. Alright. I stay here because I know Udir's going to be going towards his bot side. That is the winning lane. He has nothing to do with top anymore. And my ult's coming up. I should be going back. I really should. I should be going to buy. I should be off the map. But this is a greedy, I know that we can get something out of it play. Because I have my R. Aatrox is 2 levels up. And I just want to punish the Jax. This is how you get somebody to rage quit a little bit. Their lane is just completely gone now after spending the last, I don't know, 6 minutes top. Now, maybe... Okay, what do I buy here? Right, we obviously need a Serpent's Fang at some point because we have a Yuumi. But what I know that what is the most efficient buy would be that Brutalizer into tier 2 boots. I want to be leaving the base with a very strong buy and something that will spike my lead as much as possible. So that way I can maybe go down and help bot lane. TF finds a great cash on the Udyr here. And we'll take that kill. I'll run up to cover mid. Grab some CS. But on the subject of the buy, I want to spike myself as much as I can, so instead of maybe going towards Serpent Fang second item, I'm going to choose to go on the Brutalizer and make my way towards the Cyclosword, right? We have a Vayne against. We're playing against a Vayne. We are playing against Udyr, both very mobile, tough, usually tough champions for Qiyana to play against. And Cyclosword, I find, is just so helpful in these matchups because it takes away their mobility and it makes you such a more threatening presence either in the 1v1 or in the team fight, and making plays that way we can shut down the Vayne as quickly as possible, because if you have a Vayne that's just tumbling around and literally untouchable, especially with the Yuumi, it's game over. You can't really do much. So having an auto attack that ensures a slow, and so we're gonna make a play on bot here because I'm feeling pretty strong. Even if the Vayne is able to just absolutely one-shot me, I R away, trying to get some space. See, I think I'm on vision, but I just died to the Udyr R. And this is a huge mistake to even be playing for bot side. Like, even though we got top so far ahead, bot is still very volatile. It is still a losing lane. Even if I have this lead from pushing up against top, it's a gamble to then go try and fight against a 7-in-1 Vayne now. So it was a gamble. It did not pay off for us, and we'll continue to pressure and clear what we can. And a choice like that, especially in higher ELOs, will lose you the game. Now with my arc coming up, this would be a solid contest on the dragon. But I want to shove out this mid lane first, but oh look, there's a Vayne. I have to flash away. TF comes in, and luckily we get a kill on her. Electrocute is so broken up here. Honestly, I would not have gotten that kill without Electrocute. But also, I got caught there, to be honest. That Vayne was just going to be able to run me down, and while it was a smart thing to push out the mid lane, I paid for it with my flash, delaying the dragon, but we do get a nice little shutdown on Vayne. So if I was just a little more patient there, making sure not to go as deep into the mid lane as I did, especially against such an engaged team like this Bard that could have just R'd me, and then Vayne runs me down, their whole team is there to back it up, and so it works out either way, and we'll get a free drag here. I saw Udyr walking to his top side there on the mini-map, so we're going to try and catch him out. And look at this. Without Cyclosword, this Udyr gets away here. And without TF Flash, but we'll pick up a kill. Knowing Vayne and Yumi were on the top side chasing the Aatrox. Very weird macro play from them. With Jax being mid now, they're both looking like they're running top. Bard is in the bot lane, and they're looking to grab the Herald for some reason, but are pushed off by Nami and Zeri. I want to quickly clear out and cycle through my camps. Try and getting TF to get into his side lane. And they get a catch on Bard. With Bard dead, my ult coming up, it is safe play to grab this Herald even if they try to contest. Hubris on Qiyana, especially in the jungle, is pretty just ridiculous if you have a proc. The amount of damage, extra damage you're doing to your jungle camps. With Hubris is like your Qs are doing only 2 items. So the Hubris is a proc right now, but you're doing flat 1,000 damage with your 50% if the camp is under 50% HP. So with Hubris it would probably be around 1150, 1100. Okay, I want us to shove out lanes. We have Herald, and I want to grab tier 2 here, because that will then allow us to pressure Atacon. So I'm trying to go for some vision. And with 6th Sense on the domination tree, I know that I'm not sitting on vision right here. So I'm having Zeri push out. I'm going to put down the Herald. Jax is fighting bot lane, and TF is getting caught mid. And we do a little defensive R along the terrain. Nami comes in with the clutch wave. And that was honestly a very, very good play from the enemy team, because, right, we're all pressuring topside off the mat. TF is pushing up mid too far, and so they go for the catch. And Bard gets an R, They catch the TF out, but luckily the defensive ultimate on my part and Nami, we turn the play and catch out Udyr. While all that was happening, I get top tier 2 tower with the Herald. And grabbing the Atacon for us. So that play was about 100 times better than just getting the fight, because we had shoved out our lanes and we had our side laner Aatrox, you know, dealing with Jax in the bot lane. He wasn't needing to come up and fight or be at Atacon with us. We still had the push on the side lanes and getting Herald in the top and breaking down the tier 2 while achieving other things on the map. So this is really pushing us ahead. We're sitting at 3 items. Okay, so we have Hubris stacked right now. Just showing how much damage this does now with Serpent Fang. 1,300 damage on your Q. So you're really honestly able to two-shot some of these camps, which is just, it's just a little silly to me, to be honest. The damage from Qiyana is a little broken. Vayne is looking way too pushed here. Hello. Flashy Q auto. Didn't even need my Q, actually. Sorry, E-flash auto Q. E-flash. And that's a dead Vayne. We're gonna go ahead and grab a free dragon. It's really important to know how much damage your execute rock element is doing to epic monsters and like dragon and baron, because you need to know when to be smiting. Qiyana is honestly, in my opinion, a very, very, very difficult champion to outsmite. Because of her execute and the speed in which she's able to kill off those epic monsters with a EQ smite, right? And that total damage, if it's, so that, for example, that dragon, I was doing 1,000 damage to it. That EQ smite is over 2,200 damage, which is almost as much as a Cho'Gath into Smite. So keep that in mind, because that's OP as fuck. We're seeing Vayne mid. TF is going back. I want to push out this last wave. Head on back to base. Maybe not, head back to base. We're just gonna go and clear his wolves. I'll just take off his, let's see how much damage it's doing. 1,350.
I cannot wait to be Empress.
I definitely should have gone back here to buy. I'm sitting on a shit ton of gold, being a little greedy. Seeing Jack's bot, knowing I'm not on vision because my sixth sense is not procced. That is a fucking face check right there, too. Holy crap. Sketchy, sketchy. No Jack's TP. Looks like Udyr just went back. It's a free Baron. And it's perfect because, right, we're not losing anything on the bot side. Jax is just pushing waves. Take a little smite here. And then we'll head on back to base. Grab a Serylda's. I'm sitting at 4 items. 25 minutes in.
Some wait their turn, and some take the babysitter.
miss everything. It's so exciting, but we are still 3 levels up on this Vayne, and TF has rapid fire cannon. There's nothing really they can do at this point. God, that damage is so gross. We also have 6 grubbies, so this is an easy push to win. If we can. Udyr is dead, they have no front line, we have all the Kevins running. But it's all still very dangerous because Vayne is, and Yuumi is a scary, scary combination. Zeri and I are out. We grab a Nexus turret. Jax is just AFK top. It's fine. The dragon's coming up, so I'm gonna grab a base. Maybe just grab a pot. Yeah. And move back towards the bot side. Clear my jungle. Get ready for drag. We have flash, ult, everything up. It's gonna be a very difficult contest on enemy team's part. Alright, 1583 on red buff. So then that means I'm probably doing about 1300 damage to... wow, that was honestly a very dangerous portal on my part. I have to flash out, the Vayne is running up from Yuumi. And honestly, a very impatient ultimate on my part. I ulted a Jax, you know, that's not what we're looking for there. We're looking to get hit Vayne and shut her down as quickly as possible. And I am one of the only hard CCs on our team other than TF. But thank God we somehow still, even us being so far ahead, that Vayne is able to turn the tide of that fight because she just kind of had free reign. We have 6 grubs, so maybe we can end here. There's only 1 turret up. Udyr or Jax is up in 10, Udyr's up in 13. Maybe just Nexus turret. We still have dragon up. And this Jax is level 16, you know, he's not weak. Udyr and Jax just sort of trying to run down. Udyr flashes over, it looked like. We're still fighting up there. I'm just focused on running to get over there to help him. But they overextend a lot, trying to chase down an Aatrox, and this should be game. Jax is going to go down. TF ults to the dragon, but honestly, in my opinion, we don't dragon here. But I'm also alone, so I shouldn't just be walking up to the Vayne because I'm just gonna die. Luckily, I'm ridiculously strong, so I just one-shot the Bard. The Vayne follows and dies, and that's game over. Kind of biggest takeaways here is, you know, even if Qiyana has that massive lead, if you put yourself into a position that you're not focusing down the squishy or the hyper carry of the game, you could still find yourself in a sticky situation. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, learned a little something, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.